oklo kwe uru. Adimbele kusabaki kanyi. Ulinja kaka tunga ganja. Mama ponjo kiye kendo konyo mine. Ponjo kiye kendo konyo maendeleo ya wanawake. Adoni wakoni donge ojo. Maendeleo ya wanawake. Hata vijana mtaani. Bas. His Excellency, Dr. Investment and Industry, Mrs. Kuria. All protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Esther Akode. I am the brand ambassador for Migori County. I am a marketing consultant and a brand strategist. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the national government for considering this kind of initiative. This one will open the whole country to the world, especially Migori County. Mungu akubariki sana na wabariki pia. Allow me to introduce you to what we have in Migori. Migori County is one of the most potential with a diversity of investment. You can come here, do fishing, agriculture. You can come build your hotels here because we have the likes of the Senior Beach. Allow me walk you through Migori County. When it comes to agriculture, Migori County has the most beautiful fertile soil with rain and sunshine in equal measures. We have endless rivers when it comes to irrigation. I am perplexed and shocked that Migori County is ranked top 10 in production of maize. Are you aware? Migori County is ranked top 10 of production of maize. However, to my disappointment is that our maize are leaving our county to be produced and crushed in other counties, which means our money is leaving our country as we are watching. Why don't we have maize crushers? Well, in some English, millers. I am the brand ambassador for one of the listed company, and I have them saying they're importing maize. So yes, why are we importing maize when you can see the beautiful fertile land we have here? So we ask all the investors to come visit Migori. Please grab some land. Let us harvest, cultivate as much as we can. Come and put up your miller here. I am a very good marketer. I'll make sure that your product reach the potential market. In Migori County, we depend on ugali, corn, and every quantity ango rich. Mali kuna ugali apakosi samaki. Migori County, inside Lake region, we have the largest lake bordering Uganda and Tanzania, and fishmongery is the biggest economic activity happening here in Migori. However, the painful bit of it is that we harvest 400,000 tons metrics of fish, and 40% of it goes bad and in waste because we lack storage, cold storage for the fish. Most of our fishmongers lose money, time, and energy because we do not have enough facilities to handle perishable food like fish. I'm also asking and requesting CS that help us bring investors to put up fish processing companies so that our people and our youth can harvest what is built within us. We don't want to see lorries passing here and going to all the way to Nairobi with our fish. We want to have a fish processing factory here that we can manufacture, fillet, and bring to the other places. Apart from that, remember, Migori is the #1 leading tourism destination. We just launched a new flight under the governorship of His Excellency Dr. Ochilo and the leading airline Skyward. Now Migori is only 1 hour to every part of the world. Mnasemaje? I love you so much. Make sure you visit Kimlichohinga, the Gogo Falls. Make sure you visit us at the Senior Beach. This December we have a lot of potential in store. CS, I request you. I have a visa. I have a huge following of diaspora. Please just organized from my investment tour. I go and invite our sons and daughters to come back and invest in Migori. I have a visa, I have a passport. Hata tikiti ya ndege pia naweza nunua. Thank you very much.
Asante sana. Makofi yako iko wapi? I would like now to invite our CEC member for Trade, Tourism, Cooperatives and Industrialization, Honorable Masio Kwanyo, to give us a brief snippet of this concept of this project. Karibu. Karibu Mheshimiwa. Yeah.
Our chief guest, Waziri Moses Kuria, His Excellency the Governor Migori County, all protocols observed. We are here today to witness the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of the County Aggregation Industrial Park. I know many people are asking, what is this Aggregation Industrial Park? This Aggregated Industrial Park is a project that entails an industrial park, which is a tract of land developed, subdivided into plots, according to the comprehensive plan, with provision of roads, public utilities, and common facilities for use by manufacturers. This facility will include waste management system, water treatment plant, electricity, and other enablers to ensure that the environment is conducive for our investment. The aggregation center will be a centralized facility within the industrial park that will serve a hub of collection, consolidation, sorting, grading, and distribution of goods. It is designed to simplify logistics and supply chain operations. The major benefits we are going to get from this project are: it is going to promote industrialization and value chain addition. It will attract domestic and foreign investors. It will create job opportunities. It will support development of small business. It will also reduce rural-urban migration, and it will also upgrade the workers' professional skills. It is also cost-effective. As a county, this aggregation industrial park will offer hope to our farmers that will now be able to aggregate their crops, access proper storage and processing facilities, and a source for better external markets. With that said, we are greatly looking forward to enjoy this facility, and we feel honored to be here to witness the groundbreaking of our industrial park in Migori County. Thank you so much.
Asante Waziri. CC for Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries, and the Blue Economy. Very brief, Mheshimiwa. Honorable Lucas Mosenda, karibu.
Thank you. The Cabinet Secretary, who is the chief guest here today, the host governor, His Excellency Dr. Ochilo Ayacko, all guests to this county, colleagues, good afternoon. Habari zenu. I think before I make a few remarks, I just want to ask my colleague, the CCs, to just stand and wave and say jambo to our guests. Karibu sana, karibuni sana. Now today, Migori County, we are greatly honored to have hosted this event here, because what is going to be groundbroken today is a landmark. And we are very grateful that we are one across 14 counties in this country that have been selected for this. Now, for us in the agriculture sector, we see this particular investment here as addressing a number of challenges. First, we will have adequate land here that investors have been having a problem with. We will have 100 acres of land here that is large enough for any investor who is interested in putting up infrastructure here and to be able to commercialize various value chains here. We are also looking at providing infrastructure, high quality water, enough quantity of water, the road infrastructure, storage facilities, and all these that have often been a hindrance to the development of value chains in this particular county. We are also looking at addressing the issues of economies of scale, because we will have a common point where an investor can be able to have all the products that he needs or she needs, instead of having to travel kilometers across the county for looking for quantities here and there to aggregate them to a common place. And finally, we are looking at taking advantage of interconnectedness between value chains, because the end product of one value chain becomes the starting point or an input to the next value chain. So the closer they are, the interconnected they are, then it becomes easier for any investor to really come in, so that then we can be able to make Migori the ultimate investment for investors. Now, it will also bring advantage for our farmers, because they will get closer to the people with whom they do business with. They can negotiate prices better, and they can be able to get better incomes into their pockets. Finally, for this community here, we are looking at opening up this area. Nyatike previously was considered that far away place that is not worth going. National as well as county government is putting this infrastructure there with the ultimate purpose of opening up this area with the road infrastructure. We would like to see employment opportunities come up here for our young people. We would like to see a great change that is going to happen in this area with the kind of infrastructure that will be put here. So I think for the investors, it is a call to all of us to come in. We have a place here that is going to be adequately developed. All you need to come is set business here, set up, take space, and fly and get away with it. So with those few remarks, Your Excellency, as well as the chief guest of the day, just to say thank you for visiting Migori, and we look forward to this particular investment making a huge difference to our people here in Migori County. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Asante Waziri. Before I invite the next speaker, I would like to recognize the county government staff who are here, just to wave. Chief officers, directors, just rise and wave so the cabinet secretary may see you. Asanteni sana. At this point, Your Excellency and CS, I would like to invite the County Commissioner of Migori, Mr. David Gitonga, who will lead us in the next phase of the program. Karibu Bwana Commissioner.
Thank you very much, County Secretary Migori, our Cabinet Secretary, Investment, Trade and Industry, Honorable Moses Kuria, Honorable Dr. Ochilo Ayacko, Governor Migori County, Secretary Industrialization, Deputy Governor, CECs, County Security Team, Sub-County Security Team, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Kwa majina anaitwa David Gitonga, I'm the County Commissioner Migori. Mheshimiwa, we're very grateful for the honor we've gotten from the government of rate. Every other day, every other week, we host senior government officers. Your testimony last week, we had the CS launch, and now you can fly to Nairobi from Migori. Without wasting much time, I would request you to allow me to make a few remarks. Only a few, I'll take 2 minutes. First, ningeomba county security team wasimame na sub-county security team, and all the national government officers are present. All the national government officers present. Hao ndio tunafanya kazi na wao, na ninakuhakikishia hapa usalama iko imara, tunafanya kazi vizuri pamoja na governor. Then you can have a seat. Another one, sir, I would just want to mention 2 things. Number 1, very soon we're launching the digital ID. So the national government administration officers and other officers involved in that exercise will make sure that they'll be coming around and talking to you. Number 2, we have extended the program for registration of the headare. We're doing farmers registration, and we're requesting you to make sure that you move there, register yourself. This aggregation pack will not be complete without you registering, and even the fertilizers, registering, getting the fertilizers, producing adequate materials so that the pack can be able to continue. And with those very few remarks, it is my honor now to invite the Secretary Industrialization to move on. Unajua kazi yetu inakuanga ni haraka haraka, chap chap. Tunataka tufanye haraka ndio tumalize, we save on time. Thank you very much. Karibu waziri na karibu everyone.
Our guest of honor today, Honorable CS, Minister of Investment, Trade and Industry, Honorable Moses Kuria, His Excellency, the Governor of Migori, Dr. Ochilo Ayacko, all protocols observed. I have a very short duty that I've been asked just to explain what is this county aggregation and industrial park. Everybody is happy about it, but it's very important to understand how it was born. One of the challenges and gaps in one of the challenges that manufacturing has been faced with, or gaps that we have identified, is availability of enough raw materials. Remember, our country, just like Migori, is an agrarian economy where the major resources are in agriculture and livestock. And you find that most of the manufacturers will say, we don't have enough of this, we don't have enough of the maize, we don't have enough of the maize to sustain a manufacturing entity. At the same time, the quality of that raw material. The other thing is that of late, we've not had set industrial land. And therefore, there is need to have surveyed industrial land like this CAIP that we are establishing in Migori. We also need for manufacturers. Manufacturers nowadays don't want to come and start building. They want to find ready-made, fit-for-purpose warehouses. Yeah, so that is one of the reasons. For the farmers who are very critical in the county aggregation and industrial park, we are talking of a ready market for their raw materials. We are talking of addressing the issues of post-harvest losses. And therefore, this initiative was born, and I'm happy to report that of all the projects that probably the national and county government are implementing, this is a project that the two governments have worked hand in hand. And I want to kushukuru waziri wetu kwa maana he has been working with the Council of Governors. In terms of financing, for example, in this Migori CAIPS, the national government is going to contribute 250 million. The county government will produce a similar amount. So a shilling, it will be matched by a shilling on the other. We have structures that will address the issues of oversight policy and so forth. So these are very important because we are working hand in hand together with the county governments. Besides the roles of county governments and the national government, we have a critical role of our private sector. The private sectors can be aggregators. They can also invest in building additional sheds. They can also become investors in terms of manufacturing. We have a role for also development partners in terms of supporting infrastructure and also in providing machinery and equipment. I wanted to give that just a snapshot of what the design is for the CAIPS, and thank you for listening. Asante sana.
Thank you very much, Secretary Industrialization Nobu Macharia. Now I take this opportunity to welcome the Deputy Governor Migori County to continue the program from this one, and invite the Governor to make his remarks. Welcome, karibu sana.
Thank you very much. Our guest of honor today, CS Honorable Moses Kuria, the Governor of Migori County, His Excellency Dr. Ochilo Ayacko, who is the host of today's event, the guests who have accompanied the CS and the county government employees present, and the people of Nyatike. Good afternoon. Bwana asifiwe. It is my great honor and privilege to witness this great milestone of Migori County as a government. And we are witnessing the new dawn. It was last week that we were launching the direct flights from the Wilson Airport to Migori County, where I'm surprised, Honorable Moses, you drove all the way from Kisumu. I wish you could have taken a flight from Wilson to Migori. It is cheaper. You could have come here within 45 minutes because we are now connected. And this is another great milestone for the people of Migori. The launch of this, the aggregation and industrial park, is going to open the full potential of industrial produce of Migori County. I know there are great future for Migori County under the leadership of His Excellency Dr. Ochilo Ayacko. I know there are more projects that we are going to launch, and this one is going to open the Migori County. Because of interest of time, it's now my great honor and pleasure to welcome the Governor Migori County, His Excellency Dr. Ochilo Ayacko. The people of Nyatike, Sigaragara, for the Governor to come. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Jonyatike untie. Okufua na gilwetu kama untie reme. Mheshimiwa Moses Kuria, kwa lugha ya nyumbani hapa kufuayo is to wave. So the Nyatike people, can you wave to Waziri Moses Kuria ambaye ametupa heshima ya kipekee, amekuja mwenyewe ili azindue kirasmi ujenzi wa hii mambo tunazindua leo. Obiro kamondo launch nwa kawariwor kode kanyakla teach makawuono Main County Aggregation and Industrial Park. Watu wa Nyatike, huyu waziri mnamuona hapa ni rafiki yangu wa ndani kabisa. Mimi na yeye tukiwa vijana tulikuwa University of Nairobi, na yeye vile mnamuona hapa ametembea wawili waenokeo kama gambo ani yormen gi word si bianyo si anchunga na ifuane jogi mano wangi Michael Olieo maja ugenya ugunja kocha en bendo biro neno donge urwakogi hao wawili na waziri walikuwa kwa uongozi Nairobi Sonu. Mimi pamoja na George Otieno na wengine, we returned Sonu 92 as a people who are struggling for freedom. And waziri, ingawa mambo ya maendeleo wengine hawapendi, you will in your private moments remember vile tuliandamana ili Soni irudi. Hiyo Soni tuliandamana sana, lakini sasa sio wakati wa maandamano. So waziri ni wa Goma Bor. And in that lot, I was the lucky one who was the first to be elected member of parliament in 1997. Waziri followed later, na waziri wengine. So this is also the land of potential and the land of shared development. Hapa Migori County hatutaki kuacha eneo yoyote nyuma. Tunataka kila eneo ipate maendeleo kiasi inafaa na tutembee pamoja sisi zote. So today we are launching the construction of our county aggregation and industrial park. Na wakulima wale wako hapa na wafanyibiashara na waziri, mali tunasimama hapa in this constituency we have 19,000 acres of land that can be irrigated and produce rice and other crops that can be produced out of irrigation. So wale wa kuzaji ama wale wakulima wa rice, mchele, wa wali, all those farmers, this is one of the places where value addition will be done. Na wewe mfanyibiashara mahali uko hapa Kenya ama kule ngambo, jua Nyatike has rice that you need to come and add value here. Usidhani kitu wewe mfanyibiashara tunaifanya tu hapa ya watu wa Migori. We want as a county to be able to produce enough rice and to invite investors to come here in this aggregation and Industrial Park to put up value addition equipment and plants so that our people are paid in time. Many of us are employed here, and we continue paying taxes and building this nation. I also want to say, Waziri, that many people do not know that the Department of Agriculture, led by our Musenda Lucas, we are actively involved in engaging in the plantation of palm trees. We are contacting the people of Nyatike, we are contacting the people of Uriri, Rongo, Awendo, Kuria East, Kuria West, Suna East, Suna West. And our target is to have about 35,000 acres of land under palm trees, so that the palm oil that you are talking about itakuwa manufactured hapa Nyatike. Tunataka hiyo palm oil hapa, na wale wanatafuta plant ya kuprocess palm to palm oil, Nyatike iko na ardhi ya kutosha. Watu wa Migori wako na vijana na wasichana wale wamesoma na wale wanaweza kufanya kazi hapa. Na hapa Migori we have a total population of 1.3 million people who eat things that are fried and are manufactured from oil. So kama wewe ni mfanyibiashara mahali huko, Migori has the potential and the population. Na hata ukiwacha ya Migori, unaweza fika hapa Migori ukija na ndege kutoka Nairobi utue hapa Migori na upaa ukirudi uende Homa Bay, na Tanzania ni hapa karibu, nearly just 20 minutes drive from Migori. Kwa hivyo, as an investor who wants to penetrate the market in Tanzania, Migori is the place to be. So we want to invite all the investors to come to Migori, invest in this county aggregation and industrial park, because Migori has and continue to has the potential to have the potential for many more raw materials. Hapa Migori, kila mtu mnamuona hapa ako na shamba kidogo ya mahindi. Na huyo mtu mnamuona hapa na hiyo shamba lake kidogo, kitu inamfanya akuzi mahindi kwa shamba kubwa ni ukosefu wa soko. Jothurwa mantiere kangato ni gorundu ne ungo kose uonge. Gimachando jothurwa ka ni kakoro wangi diwo gi cham mochiek, ni koro ipogo gi thoth mano tek. Donge kamano? Waziri, kwa lugha ambayo unaelewa, these people, everybody has something called orundu. Orundu is a small garden in their homes, and that orundu every person has some crop that is called maize. So this nation that continues to import maize from wherever, kindly with the construction and launching of this aggregation plant, let us bring all the millers here. Every one person, including myself, will bring bags of maize here that can feed the nation. Ukweli ama sio ukweli? Au watu wetu ni watu wa bidii. Hii ardhi yetu ni ardhi Mungu aliumba mchana kabisa akitupenda sana. Hata saizi unaona vile hali anga iko, itanyesha, and this place can feed the nation. So in terms of value addition regarding or in respect of maize, this is the place to and I'm inviting all investors. You have been complaining that Migori is far. That complaint we solved last week. Kuna ndege inakuja pale, inaitwa Lichota. You just wake up in Nairobi asubuhi, na by 8 o'clock you will be having a tea at the office of the governor. And then you drive quickly, umefika hapa, and you have made money. Ukweli ama sio ukweli? Kwa hivyo, no investor, public or private, national government or county government, should claim that this place is far. This place is now near. The roads, we continue working on them, and the roads will be good for us to develop this place. In Migori County, we have sugarcane in abundance, and we have a plant that is called Sony Sugar Company. That plant is under active discussion on how it should be commercialized and continue generating wealth, employment, and earnings to farmers and employees, and also to pay the taxes to the nation. So investors who want to invest in sugar products, including confectionery and other things, Migori County is the place to be. Kwa hivyo, wananchi waheshimiwa wale wako hapa, ukiona mtu hata ndugu hata dada ama rafiki, mwambie Migori inaendelea, alete hiyo maendeleo yake hapa, alafu tufanye mambo yetu, including Muijiza hapa Nyatike, where we are building the county aggregation and industrial park. Mimi ningependa kushukuru the national government. The national government has contributed 250 million to this project. The national government is working with us from inception to implementation and actually to realize this dream. So I want to thank you, CS, for physically coming here and also representing national government in this very important activity. Najua nikisoma magazeti nasikia hapa Kenya hatuna pesa, na unajua hii ndio njia moja ya kupata pesa. If we keep our people preoccupied, occupied and busy making money for themselves and for the nation. So this is the right way of people getting money and building the nation through their sweats and contributing to the taxes of the nation. I want to thank the county assembly, wale wako hapa, na tafadhali hebu msimame waheshimiwa wenzangu. Sisi hapa Migori County hatupati pesa mingi sana in our shareable revenue. These members of parliament approved the county executive's request of 250 million to match the national government's contribution without argument. Na washukuru sana, na ningeomba wananchi wawatambue na wapigie makofi. Kama kuna county assembly ambayo imekuwa very supportive of meaningful development activities, this is the best county assembly we have had. Kaeni chini. Najua kuna wengine wale ni waasi kwa sababu wako na tumbo kubwa, hiyo ni shauri yao. Lakini hao ni watu wa bidii. Umeona leo the county assembly is sitting, but they have come here to witness and to support this. If we seek additional resources to support hii mradi, si mtakuwa vile ndugu zangu na madada zangu? Very well, thank you. Waziri, county has the most beautiful part of Lake Victoria. Homa Bay has a larger or the longest shore of Lake Victoria. But Homa Bay, in comparison to Migori, has some shallow places. Migori, ukitoka sehemu inaitwa Agolomwok. Agolomwok ni kutoa ile kitu inakaanga ndani ya shimo. Sijui it's called some animal, na inataka watu wa bidii sana. Donge mwokigolo giteko. Ni mwokratego. Ukitoka huku Agolomwok mpaka uende Miuru Wotogik, the lake is very deep and very clean. We have not realized our full potential in the blue economy in this part of the lake. Part of the excuse that we have been having ni Migori ni mbali, ni lazima uende na ndege Kisumu, uende Homa Bay. That excuse is not there anymore. Kwa hivyo ukirudi Nairobi, omba waziri mwenzako, ndugu yetu na rafiki yangu Salim Muvuria, atembee. It will take him 5 minutes. Mimi na yeye tutakula lunch, sijui nani atanunua, alafu tuende pale kwa lake, tuanze kusaidia wavuvi, tuanze kuzindua kuna kiwanda processing plant imejengwa kule Sori. That lake will employ many people and give this nation revenue both for taxes and for our people. Sisi ambayo Mungu ametuweka hapa, we live in a place of plenty where we should not be asking for food. But we are happy that the national government and the county government are working hand in hand as stipulated by the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and are touching the lives of people. Where we are is Nyatike. Hapa Nyatike kuna madini, there is gold and very many things. Gold yetu we are exporting raw. Wakati waziri tulikuwa tunakuja na wewe, ulipita barabara ukija hapa, uliona kina mama na vijana wengi wakitoka kwa hizo mashimo za kuchimba gold. Au kina mama na vijana, ile hesabu nimefanya, they are over 100,000 people who depend on the small scale artisanal mining. Those small people are the people who sweat and feed themselves. I want to ask you, before we think about big people like you and I, let us touch the lives of these small people. And I want to plead with you that as we build this aggregation and industrial park, we must bring something that adds value to gold at the right price for these people. And what is also not pleasant to these small people, ile license imepeana yote, hakuna mtu mdogo kutoka hapa. We need a license for these people. We need an environment that is safe and secure for them, because when small people are well fed, big people are comfortable. And there are many. God aliwaumba wengi hata kuliko watu wakubwa. Kwa hivyo, these are the small people of Migori County who matter. Now, I want to say something in conclusion in order to give you ample time to talk. Mahali tuko, juzi mimi kama gavana wa Migori na gavana aliyechaguliwa, niliona ati somebody has gazetted this place as a forest. As a forest. Wewe umetembea hapa, umeona forest, kuna mlima moja pale ya forest. Hiyo ndio forest pekee hapa. Ukienda pale Migori town, kuna forest mahali, kuna that thing of mast ya KBC, na nyuma ya ofisi yangu kuna forest. Ukienda mahali nilizaliwa Awendo, kuna forest inaitwa Ranen, kuna ingine inaitwa Nyamareri, kuna ingine inaitwa Rabuor. Ukienda Kuria utaona milima zingine karibu na Hispania forest, na ukienda huko Kegonga huko forest. Sasa kutangaza tu ati kuna forest bila kuongea na mimi, hiyo ni kitu gani? Hiyo ni kitu gani? Kwa sababu hao wananchi unawaona, hii ardhi yote ni yao. Mimi, I'm just their trustee. And these people, even if you make it forest, hawaendi mahali, watakaa tu hapa. Na hiyo italeta vita. So if we really want to conserve the environment is conserved by the very people here. Hakuna mtu atatoka alete forest hapa, hao ndio wanaweza kuleta. Na hata hiyo forest ikija watakata mti yote. Kwa hivyo, the first step, huyo mtu anatangaza forest, mwambie aje ground, tukae pamoja na county commissioner watu wale wako hapa. Ndio tuwaeleze the ones that are already gazetted. Have we maximized? Have we talked to our people to plant more trees? Why should we take the only resource that they have, that is land, including their gold, alafu tunatangaza ati ni forest? Hiyo ni shida kabisa. Kwa hivyo mimi nakuomba, mimi tumetoka mbali, wewe ni mtetezi ya watu wadogo, na vile mimi ni mtetezi ya watu wadogo. Kwa hivyo tutetee wale watu wadogo hapa, wasiangaishwe na kuhamishwa hapa. Na wengi wao zazi na babu yao na hata wale walikuwa mbeleni wamezikwa ndani hapa. The only problem is that we have not surveyed here and given them their title deeds. And what I will be approaching national government to do is to assist us in giving title deeds to those who are born and living in these parts of the world. Waziri Kuria, unajua mimi na wewe tuko na uhusiano na Kiambu. Mimi nilisoma Alliance na wewe unaishi hapo. The biggest poverty ile tunapata Kenya, sehemu ya Mount Kenya, is the poverty of unemployment and landlessness. Watu wa Kiambu are unemployed and landless. Watu wa Nyatike are unemployed but they have land. If you take away that land, utaeneza na utasambaza umaskini ile haijaonekana. Kwa hivyo you feel it. You know how your people in Kikuyu, your people in Githunguri need land. People in Migori need land. They don't need to be land.